This will be the final meeting of the existing City Council before the newly elected City Council members are sworn in at the November 19th meeting.
The Palm Coast City Council will meet this morning at 9 a.m., marking the final session for Mayor David Alphin, Vice Mayor Ed Danko, and Councilman Nick Kloufis. Communications and Marketing Director Brittany Kershaw has a preview.
The meeting will begin with a proclamation for November 2024 as Shirley Chisholm Month. Following that, the Community Development Department will present potential modifications to the Land Development Code as it relates to building house colors in the city of Palm Coast. And after that, the city administration will give a presentation on Hurricane Milton and the preparation and response efforts by the city staff. There will then be several presentations and ordinances for approval. These will include the Fire Department Retirement System and Trust Fund, the Community Development Department presenting the Live Local Act, and the City Administration presenting an ordinance creating an Arts and Public Places program. Following the ordinances, there will be several resolutions, including a presentation from the Residential Drainage Citizen Advisory Committee. The Financial Services Department will present an update to the Debt Policy Resolution, and the Parks and Rec Department will present a resolution approving the renaming of the Palm Coast Community Center to the John Netz Community Center. And finally, the City Administration will present a resolution approving the donation of surplus equipment to the City of Bunnell. As always, this meeting is open to the public, and the community is encouraged to attend and participate. And if you cannot attend in person, it will be live streamed on the City of Palm Coast YouTube channel.
Good morning, Flagler County. I'm Rich Carroll. You're listening to Flagler's Morning News on Tuesday, November 12th.
The superintendent position is really a mix of a great educational leader, right, administrator, but like it or not, it is a position that is in the public. And you have to have a little bit of that political animal in there.
Flagler County School Board member Colleen Conklin will sit for her final school board meeting later today.
During last week's Friday Free-for-All, Conklin said she feels confident stepping down, knowing the school board is in good hands.
I spent 3 hours with Derek Barr when he was running, and I spent 3 hours with Janie. And Lauren I've known. So I really, truly believe the board is going to be in a healthy position moving forward. Lauren's great, Derek's great, and Janie's great. I really think it's going to be good.
Conklin says she'll continue her work with the Gates Aerospace Institute, Embry-Riddle's dual enrollment program for high school students.
It's just a department underneath the university. But Don Gates was the superintendent in Okaloosa County. The dual enrollment program actually started in 04-05, so we're celebrating 20 years this year. But it started at his request.
Conklin is an assistant professor and executive director of the Institute.
Our program has grown. We're over 200 secondary schools. I've got over 200 teachers, and about 90% of our programs are in Florida, but we're in 5 other states. So continue to grow. And last year we hit 15,000 students and exposing them to careers and opportunities in aviation. So very blessed.
Tomorrow, Conklin will share her thoughts on the aviation industry and a shortage of skilled workers. From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Daryl Moody.
This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota US 1 St. Augustine, here to wow you. A court ruling for the rundown Old Dixie Motel in Flagler County.
Complete with a document of delays and other violations, a circuit judge has declared the owners of the Old Dixie Motel in civil contempt of court. Flagler County Attorney Al Hadid.
He ruled that they were in contempt, that they would have 14 days to pay the $250,000 based on his prior ruling that the agreement was valid and the county had fully performed all of its obligations under that agreement.
And there's more.
Also, that within that same 14 days, they needed to file the full financial disclosure of their operations, and failing that, a fine of $1,000 a day will be assessed.
And the pattern of disregard by the owners has caused them even more trouble.
Regardless of the outcome here, whether they pay on time or don't pay on time, we will be moving for attorney's fees for the entire conduct of the case, particularly because of their constant delaying action, which also was one of the findings of the court.
If the owners run up the fines and continue to ignore court action, a lien will be placed on the property that may include demolishing the property. For Flagler's Local Morning News, I'm Karen Johnson.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm Rich Carroll.